But they're not committing to work with me yet.
No.
That's the best part about...
They're dating us, but they're not married yet.
Right. We get to go on at least one date.
We get to go look at one or two properties.
Yeah.
You
Get to know each
acknowledge
other.
how we work.
Yeah.
So it's not cloudy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You meet us, you determine if we're a good fit for each other.
Right. We're not always.
And then if you see a property that you have interest in and you want to make an offer on that property, that's when we will have to initiate the buyer's agreement that we formally are disclosing that we're working together.
Yeah.
Now, Redfin is pretty open about, we don't have to be together forever.
No, you can cancel. That's the thing. You can cancel that agreement. But let's say,
Similar to
after
a
a
listing
couple of
agreement.
homes, too, even if we're not at offer stage, right?
Yeah.
We dated a few times, one or two times, couple of houses. I do have to ask for some kind of commitment, right?
Well, yeah, it's a loyalty thing.
Yeah.
Are you committed to letting me work with you? And I'm committed to giving my time
Right.
to you to help you experience all these properties. And if I can't be there at every moment, I have a team of people.
Yeah, well, that's the
that
best.
will be there to help
Yeah.
you. So our goal is to get people in the house as quick as possible
Yeah.
to experience it. But there is a sense of loyalty together.
Well, you
Like,
want
go-
that, right?
yeah.
You want loyalty.
Yeah.
So
Because
when I
if it's
meet...
not a good fit, find someone that is a good
Right,
fit.
and I tell people that all the time. So when I meet them at a home and we start talking, we see the home, I have a folder with all the things, and
Yeah.
I start talking to them and I say, thank you for acknowledging the fee on our website before we met, and I go into it a little bit. I don't want to kill their brain, right?
It is kind of simple.
It's
So we
simple.
don't need to make it bigger than what it is.
Yeah, and then
So
I
we
let
just
them
wanna
know,
get to
like,
that
hey,
point.
yeah, and we also have this thing, right? Sign and save with Redfin. If you do commit to me before the second time we meet, I'm going to discount that for you.
So
But guess
it
what?
makes-
You can still cancel it. If you commit to me before the second tour, we go out the second time, you're like, I'm not really sure about this girl. Nobody has fired me yet, but
Well, with the world, there's a lot
right,
of
like
people,
I'm not for
and that's-
everybody.
yeah.
And sometimes they have a sister or cousin or
different
their
area.
best
So
friend
they change areas.
that's an agent, right? And then their sister goes, why would you sign with them? You're going to buy a house with me, right? Like that could happen. Just send me an email, cancel that, say,
Relationship changes, that's all it is.
yeah, it's right, or another area. But I think that the biggest point is when I'm talking to them and I explain to them the seller most of the time will cover all or most of my compensation.
Yeah.
And then the question comes in all honesty, right? Like,
Yeah.
let's be truly transparent. So let's just say my fee is 3%. Let's just use even numbers. And the seller says 2.5%. We're going to cover 2.5%, right? Now I have to explain to that buyer, that difference is what would end up being closing costs for you, that 0.5% or whatever that number looks like. But I am going to do my best to get all or most of it covered by the seller. And if the home is just like any other offer, if the home's been on the market longer, if the sellers are very negotiable, we're going to be able to get that for the most part.
Yeah,
I just got 3% yesterday for my customer.
yeah.
And the best part about that is they did the sign and save. So they have a discount. I'm then going to give them that money back.
Which makes your negotiation position softer.
And I can
for them.
negotiate a little bit, but we got the house at the price they wanted. The seller is paying 3% buyer agent
You're
commission.
only
The
taking
home has
2
been on the
points.
market 140 something days, so they're negotiating. We may have a different conversation if it turns to a seller's market. I think we're so far away from a seller's market right now.
Yeah.
But that could be different then, right?
Yeah, prices haven't gone down, but concessions have gone up.
Concessions, right? They're
Because-
giving
because the
things.
comparables have been pretty flat for about
Right.
15, 16, 17 months.
Yeah.
Even the builders are not reducing their price. They're giving
they're giving-
credits in the back.
Yeah.
To keep their comps level.
They don't want to kill the market. They don't want to show price
show
reductions.
decreasing market.
Yeah.
Same thing in the retail world.
Right.
So sellers 2 years ago, you'd sell a house for 500. It would sell in 3 days for 500. There'd be no closing costs, no credits, but they would still pay the buyer agent commission.
They would.
Today, same house, 500,000, pay the
Yeah.
buyer agent commission, give the buyer 10,000 toward closing costs.
Right.
Or buy the rate down for 2-1 buy down or something like that.
Something, they're giving,
So-
right? They don't want their house
And I see
sitting.
that on my houses too.
Yeah.
You know, I see my sellers cooperating with buyer
Yeah,
agents.
I'm not having a problem, right now, I'm not having a problem with sellers paying me.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is we get paid on the list side and on the buy side. We don't work for free.
There is compensation.
There is,
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
anything else we want to talk about the NARs? Or we're good on it? You think, like,
to
we
be
cleared?
honest, those
I
are-
mean,
those are just the two things.
I think questions, well, the funny part is, so we've been saying, I have to say this, this is our third episode, so the first two were like, drop any questions or comments, or tell us what you want to talk about in the comments, but since we don't know,
You could not put one.
we
Because
don't know what we're doing, so we had no comments,
We
they were
did
not.
not, we did not turn it off.
Yeah, they're
So-
turned on now, so now you
Yeah.
can really ask us questions, tell us what you
Or-
want to talk about,
Or give us a direction,
yeah.
like if there's something on top of your mind, so we can give you the answer, or
Yeah.
we can find the answer.
I mean, this is the Real Estate SpeedCast. We move quick. It's Central Florida. Do you want to know how quick we move?
How
Our first one was 3 weeks ago. It was
Yeah.
winter.
And this is, and now it's summer.
It's summer. 3 weeks later, it's like 80 degrees. It was like 20 degrees 3 weeks ago.
The cold days are gone.
So do you feel the market, I feel, in the past 2 weeks has like, boom, exploding again? Not like we're going into multiple offers like crazy.
Yeah.
But yesterday, I think I told you that before. So yesterday, 3 new listing agreements signed and 1 buyer under contract. That's one day. That's 4 different signed agreements in one day.
Yeah, I think Redfin had some data that they're seeing about a 30% increase recently in traffic on the website.
Yeah.
Buyers looking.
Looking.
It's not equating to writing contracts yet, but they're looking.
But they start somewhere, right?
But you have to fish before you catch the fish.
Right.
So they're out there looking right now.
Well, I think in Florida, we move a little quicker too, like spring starts now, right? Like spring shopping, we get out of, our schools get out a month earlier. Everything is a little bit earlier than other parts of the country.
And sellers have been waiting to transition.
That's why.
'Cause
Are
they
your
didn't know.
sellers just coming out of the woodwork?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm ready. You
I've
told
got-
me
I've got-
after Super Bowl, because I tell people,
Yeah.
when's the best time? Right after Super Bowl. Are you
Yeah.
going to watch the Super Bowl?
No, I don't watch it.
You don't?
No, I can't.
I forget. I think it's like the Eagles and Taylor Swift
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
Probably so.
Yeah, I think
Probably so.
that's what it
Taylor
is.
Swift's gonna win.
You think?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's inevitable.
There's a lot of Eagles fans. Like I'm hearing "Go Birds" all over the place. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But you gonna watch it? No, you're not gonna watch
Probably-
it.
probably-
You're gonna eat wings?
Probably the middle show, like that show in
The halftime show. Who is it this year? Do you
I
know?
do not know.
Anybody know? Can you let us know who's? Oh, well, this is gonna air after the Super Bowl, so we'll know.
Was it gonna be Little Wing?
I don't
I
know.
heard something about Little Wing doing something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but
I have no idea either.
pretty cool.
But I think I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl. I'm gonna try to get one of those Super Bowl boxes, and then then it makes it interesting. Also,
you're
the
gonna go to the Super Bowl around the Super Bowl box?
no, I can't afford
Okay.
that. I'm a realtor.
Okay. Because when you said a
No,
box,
you know the boxes you bet money on the score, like by
Oh, really?
quarter,
You gotta
first
gamble, huh?
quarter. Yeah, I like to gamble. Then it keeps my mind, like I'll watch the game then because I have a stake in it.
Yeah.
It's a little stake, $25 maybe.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe I can
okay.
win 200. I don't know. It's
Okay.
fun. And then the commercials.
Yeah, the commercials are usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Although they all get leaked now, so you can watch them the day before.
I know, and you can go on YouTube. While you're watching us on YouTube, you can also
Yeah.
watch. Anyway, this is going to air after the Super Bowl anyway,
Okay.
so we'll know when this airs who won.
Yeah.
And then, but what do we want to talk about next week?
I'm not sure.
You don't know.
I don't know. I need someone to, now that the comments are open.
Now that you can
Yeah,
comment.
now that you can
Please
comment,
do.
why don't you drop 1 or 2 things in there? Give us some ideas. The important part for us is we want to talk about things that are important to you.
Yeah, we want to help people, right?
Yeah, we know what we hear in our little bubble.
You know what? I left that here the first.
But at the same time, we want you to tell us what's important to you or what you need to have clarity about.
Yeah, and you know what I would like to
Something we
say?
can talk about for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. If you don't love your realtor, call us.
Yeah, if you need some help, call us. We would love to talk to you, no strings attached. I mean, on the listing side and on the buyer agent side, you can.
I mean, you work with both also, so call either one of us.
Yeah.
We can set up like a Zoom, we can meet, or we can meet for coffee.
We come by, whatever. The important thing for us is to spend time with the people that we're working with. This is a very big deal.
Yeah, everybody's goals there's a different reason for buying and selling. There's always a reason.
Yeah.
But it's
Sometimes
different.
you start earlier than you think you should.
Right.
And it's not a bad thing to know all the numbers, to know the direction you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not bad to experience some properties just to get a feel for what's out there.
Right.
It will educate yourself.
And to interview different agents too, on the buy and sell side, not just when you're listing a home.
Yeah, I love it on the listing side.
Yeah. You like when you go to a listing and you see other folders from do you like being the first or the last agent that they interview?
I typically like being the first, or
Yeah.
maybe in the middle, because then they compare me to the first one.
Right.
But I have gotten phone calls from friends of mine in industry, and they said, I saw your folder there.
That's
and
funny.
I knew I was never going to get it.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's just.
That's just because you are super honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the math does not lie.
Right, right.
So if you can interpret it correctly, you're pretty much almost always very accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, the market moves around and you can't predict
Right,
certain things.
and what
that
I'm
happen.
seeing is like, so let's say I did a listing consult a few months ago. They really weren't ready. They're getting through the holidays. Now they're calling me and it's happened,
And you
right?
recheck the comps.
I said, let me look again because it could have changed. I don't know if there's recent sales in the last 3 months, like maybe your neighbor sold. Let's see what that looks like before we decide on that final listing price.
Yeah, we always revisit and look.
Yeah.
We need 3 comparables that sold to move the price.
Right.
Maybe 2 will move it
Yeah.
a little bit. but
Should we talk about it pricing next week?
We could. Yeah, we could.
We could do a whole thing.
We could do like a listing consult type scenario. But let's see if you have any questions. We'll look at that first.
And we may also have a special guest. We're not sure, so
Yeah, we
I
got
don't know.
somebody we're going to rope in.
Yeah, we're gonna try. He's camera shy, I think,
Yeah, he is.
but maybe we'll get him here. We'll
We're going to
see.
get him here. He's always here.
I'm a little
He's
shy
always helping
too.
us,
Do you
so
think I'm
we'll
shy?
put him here.
No?
No, you're not shy.
I'm not
No,
shy.
you're not
All
shy.
right, whatever.
I'm shy compared to you. But
All right, so we're supposed to be doing 15 minutes. We're at we could talk all day
Okay, yeah, so we're
time.
done.
So have a great week. Can't wait to see the comments, see what you want to talk about. And again, if you don't love your realtor, call us.
yeah,
Yay.
give us a call. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.